Hey, how you doing today? JT on here, the coach. And I wanted to stop by today to have our weekly conversation about how we can better ourselves as entrepreneurs, how we can move forward in advancing our brand, our business, or just establishing a network that we can depend on as we go forth in building ourselves or establishing our business voice. And so many times we try to do too much at one time and not focus on the one thing that we put before us. I mean, we're building our brand, we're trying to establish our business, and we're trying to network. All these three things we're trying to put together in one movement. We should take the time and divide them into three segments. We'll focus on one thing at a time. If branding is what you need at this moment, let's think about it. Let's take the time to research, what does branding mean to you? What is the service or product that you're producing or willing to produce to or introduce to the community that you need to be worked on, need to be brought to fruition, need to be fine-tuned, need to be redeveloped or revisit? Whatever it may be, let's take the time in our busy day and say, okay, we're not going to move forward until we truly understand what branding means to me and my business and my endeavors. After you get that under control and you start working on that and you're comfortable where you are, then move on to the next thing. Let's build our business. See, a lot of time we're building brand at the same time we're trying to build a business. We need to take it in small segments, as I said before, and start working on completing one thing before moving into the next. Even though both of them can go hand in hand, but we need to make sure that your brand is well known, that you have an idea that everything you do would have your colors, your scheme, your logo, your picture, whatever it is that makes you or make your business stand out. You want everybody to know that first as you're moving and introducing your business. Say, for example, if you were selling shoes, okay, so you know that you have to purchase shoes and all that things later on, but what's going to separate you from any other business that are selling shoes? What's going to make your brand be seen? What kind of color schemes will best be seen when they see this or your logo? They automatically know this is a product of your services or these are products that you're offering. That is what you want to secure, because it's easy to get out here and sell a couple shoes or move this or talk to someone about it, but after you leave, they may forget who you are. But if you have a branding or a color scheme or a logo that when they see this, when they're purchasing these items, that is on top of it, that is somewhere inside of it, or your face is on your business card, when they move and leave your presence, you leaving them with something to put in their mind to remember you by. So that's why it's so important for you first to start and establish your brand and get that to a place where you're comfortable. Now keep in mind, you may change this as you go on, and we'll talk about that later when you start looking at researching and development. There's some things will have to be done, but we're not going to talk about that now. We'll talk about it in the next segment. But here we are now talking about, once we establish that our branding is comfortable, in a comfortable place, we're now trying to introduce our service or product. Now, what does that look like? What does it look like building that image, that knowledge place for people to understand? That's when we start talking about developing the business. Developing the business is making sure that you understand what you're selling or what the products you're offering and how it's going to be effective to your target audience. Again, target audience. You're going to hear that in many of the teachings that you hear me go on in our weekly conversation, is knowing your target audience. You have to do research and try to figure out who will be your target audience. A lot of times when we talk about, for our deal, for this description that we're talking about, is selling shoes, we have to see first, what type of shoes are they? Who are the people that buy these type of shoes on a nice day? Is there a low end and a high end in this selling of shoes or the shoes that you're offering? Is it a certain brand or certain style that would just be given to a certain type of people? Just don't look at male versus female, but look at high end versus low end. You have a certain population that like tennis shoes. You have others that love medium-sized heels, and then you have some that like slip-ons, and et cetera, et cetera. You need to know what you're bringing out and what target audience you're facing to bring this type of product or service to. Sometimes we get caught up with just buying a bunch of things and just believing that some kind of way we're just going to throw this out there and everybody and anybody's going to grab this. Or we may be insulting people because of what we're talking about, a high-end shoe, we're giving it to maybe a low-income individual or trying to get them to purchase a high-end item. And it's not saying they won't, but you will get more sales if you can introduce 3 shoes that they like versus 1 shoe that you want them to buy. We have to know our market, we need to know our target audience, and we have to begin to work around in it. I'm not saying that you can't attack all 3, but you got to understand Which ones are going to bring you immediate revenue? And then how can that revenue help you to buy more shoes to produce the different ended target audience that you may later on want to work with? You can't just go out there and just start spending your money and just buy all these different shoes, and then you're sitting down with shoes that don't move. We find that as a failure in many things that we do when people go out and buy massive amounts of supplies of items but don't know their target audience. So that's part of business one, understanding who you're investing your time and efforts in to get the clients that you need or to provide the service to the clients that you desire to benefit from this, or what the business screening has shown you that this type of population of people will do best for this. Now let's stop there. If you don't know what that is, remember, I am a performance coach and business consultant. I would love to sit down and help you to strategize on how to come up with your target audience and see the best approach to securing those clients, getting those leads, and be able to produce the products and service that they need from your business. Again, if you want to talk more about that, at the end, I'll give you how to get in contact with me. But moving on, once you're comfortable with that small segment, then now you want to start talking about network. Networking is the best thing that you can come up with, because if you're selling shoe products, you may need to find out who's selling your shoes. You want to know what your competitive is doing, your competitors are doing. You want to know what the market rate is for these items and how is it going to be beneficial to you. You might want to see how you can network with other people, because they may have suppliers that will supply the very things that you're getting, and they get it from a discount rate. Or you may find through the networking that there's different avenues and different streams that you can take your shoes through or your products or service into that will bring you additional revenue. That while you're trying to build one part of your business, here's another outlet that can bring something in the meantime that can probably fuel what you need to be done when purchasing the other things. So network is not always about probably finding a cheaper route or a better route to go. Sometimes it's find somebody in the business with you who can help you understand some of the struggles, some of the backsets, some of the positives, some of the negatives that they're faced, and both of y'all can interact, and then hopefully y'all can compile together to come up with a solution that both of y'all can benefit from some interaction that you may have. Y'all might have put together some type of conference or some type of venue where you're offering people to sell their items at your venue, where you're the keynote speaker and presenter with your products being at hand, but outside of the booths, they can buy whatever they want based off in an agreement or the way that you network together to kind of bring exposure to them, in return, bring exposure to yourself. So that's just a quick little hit for now. Understanding those three things, that branding, building your business, and networking is key to reaching a level of success for you and your business. So I look forward to talking to you more. Oh, I almost forgot. If you are in a place right now where you're starting up your business or have started your business and you're not clear with branding or building your business, how to sit there and find your target audience, how to do research, how to find those right connections, or how to network, feel free to get in contact with me. Hit me up at info@onemovementllc.com. Once again, it's info@onemovementllc.com, and send me an email and say, hey, I'd like to talk to you. And right now, I'm giving a bonus away. If you go to my website, onemovementllc.com, click on the tab and set up a free consultation, a free hour consultation with me, where we can talk about some of the strategies, some of the techniques, and how you can go about branding, and provide you with other resources that could probably help you to get a kickstart in the direction that you need to go to build your business, build your brand, and start networking. Again, if you're interested, hit me up at info@onemovementllc.com, or visit the website, get your free consultation, and I would love to sit down and talk to you more. Look forward to working with you. If anything, hit the like button, hit the bell, and subscribe. Thank you.